And we are live, good God. Welcome to session one of Reign of Discordia, Arc Tangent. Um, our thrilling adventurers have traveled far and wide from session zero here to session one. And I'm not going to go around the table this time because, quite frankly, people watching should know who you all are by now. We might do it next session.
Yeah, it makes no sense to do it in the first session at all.
No, absolutely not.
No. Now, why would you start a new series and go, oh, who's this? Session one. Don't need to know who they are. It's just,
Absolutely not.
no.
Absolutely not.
Why make it easy for the audience?
Well, you know what
No,
it is? It's to make us as characters feel more part of the world and not like larger than life. So it's a good tactic.
Yeah, I mean, it diminishes the player, doesn't it? And that's good. That's good. Like you say,
I,
focus on the characters. Obviously, I'm the difficult one.
I would never have guessed.
I want to speak to your manager.
What is it about one of us going Karen in sci-fi things? Anyway, yes.
Actually, no, it's not the character I'm going to play at all.
Ronnie's hand.
Talk to the hand. That's my manager.
I hope you watched that.
Daily. And before preparing food. Anyway, after that brief excursion into being demoralized, we're going to start you in a nice, simple place. We're starting you on Earth,
Okay.
where you have just finished a delivery of more sort of expensive and extravagant foodstuffs to Earth. At this point, you can bag yourselves 1,000 credits as payment.
Is that each or between us?
Oh, I want to say between you just to be nasty, but no, each.
333.33 recovery. Why do you put credits on this character sheet again?
Don't know if there is. I'm going to put it under belongings.
Yeah, it's as good a place as any.
Well, that was the easiest mission I've
That's
ever done.
There's your wealth stat, isn't there, under wealth and reputation?
Yeah, you're as well putting the cash
Oh, yeah.
there.
Yeah, you could put it there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Your current cash. Your local contact, the person who gives you jobs in this sector, is a woman by the name of Davina McNichol. I was going to say McCall, but it just seemed a little on the nose.
Okay.
She contacts you. Saying that she has a job for you. She'd like you to journey to Igand and pick up a consignment of metals from there to deliver to the Akat planet of the Talonite system. From Earth, the journey to Igand will take about just shy of 3.5 hours. And then the journey from Igand to Akat will take another just over 21.5 hours.
Okay.
I'm looking for Akak on the map. Oh, I see it. Okay, yep. Into the red area. What's the red area?
That's the Talonite system.
Now, which race was I? Oh, Milo!
Yep.
I rub my antennas together and then go a little bit red with embarrassment. What colour am I normally? I've no idea.
Sort of greenish, aren't you? Or greenish blue?
What? Why are you laughing?
I suppose it depends as well if you're cold-blooded or not. In that case, you wouldn't turn red.
Oh, if you're cold-blooded, we're going to have huge arguments over the thermostat.
That could have some
No, I
interesting.
will always accommodate you. Absolutely, always. I'm really actually. We may not have known each other long, but it turns out I'm always offering to make teas and coffees. I'll even make your beds for you. I clean the latrine. I go way too far, like shining your shoes and so forth.
Why?
Well, we don't know each other well yet, so we've not had that conversation. But yes, I like just started just looking after you both.
Ah,
Okay.
she's doing a bit
Interesting.
much.
I probably don't
Even
wear
me.
shoes, come to think of it.
Well, okay, I'll polish your buckles, but I even make the food,
Shine my
although
claws.
it's not brilliant.
So, do you want to do this job?
How much is it?
The company that you're delivering to will pay you each 5,000 credits for safe delivery of a consignment.
Well, it's better than the last job.
It is.
It's so much.
I wouldn't mind knowing what the cost of living is, though, in terms of things like hyperdrive petrol, shall I say.
Price is going up.
If it's going to cost us 4,000 credits, it might not be worth it so much.
Well, I mean, yeah, is that a good? Because I mean, obviously, if it's too high, what we're transporting might be a bit dodgy.
Yeah, 5,000 sounds like a lot.
It's not bad, but at the same time, sometimes it's a case of you might get paid an excessive amount for trying to ship contraband, but also if you happen to be shipping something in bulk that's quite necessary in the area, they might pay because they really need the consignment.
All right.
Well, let's ask the question: if this is a no questions asked consignment, and if
Then we don't
it
ask any
isn't,
questions if there's no questions asked.
exactly. And then if it's a questions asked consignment, we can ask questions like, "What the hell is it?"
Yeah, it's just it's a consignment of metals for shipbuilding.
Oh.
That's being taken to
Okay.
ACAT. It's a fairly standard transport. It's just that you're not transporting them to the Talonite government. You're sending it to a small Terran company that's set up at ACAT. The problem is that the Talonites, nice people as they are, have let this Terran company set up. They're teaching them all about their advanced technologies and all the rest of it. This is how we do things. This is wonderful. Would you like to learn how? Yes, wonderful. Bring your own stuff. We'll show you how to make your own consignments, but you have to bring your own materials. Then we'll show you how to put it together.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a reasonable explanation. So they just need it.
What sorts of materials are they?
Metals.
Metals.
Yes, obviously, but what sorts of metals?
For ship design. the hulls of ships and so on.
Some sort of special alloys
Yeah.
or something, I suppose. And
I assume that the capacity of our ship isn't being exceeded here.
No, more important. No, you're going to be. It's going to be a consignment. You're going to be tugging along.
oh, towing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, a strong cable.
Okay. So, do we
The place,
know any?
it will be locked on, so you can go into FDL.
Assumedly, at the other end, we have to unhook, go round to the other end, and then decelerate by going forwards. If we're towing, or is it rigidly attached to our ship so
It'll
that
be rigid. It's rigidly attached.
Oh, that's in some ways less dangerous and less fun. Oh well.
Well, you do have to remember that you have a decent drive with regards to speed and so on and efficiency. It's not the most efficient drive in the world, but it's a decent sort of halfway point. The only problem is that it's extremely toxic and with radiation, and you really don't want to be in the direct path of the engine when it starts burning.
Well, I
Because
wasn't
of that,
suggesting we go out and swim in the exhaust while we're trying to decelerate. You know.
no, but it's that's the reason why things are going to be attached directly and not just towing behind, because there's every possibility you might melt through the cable.
Okay.
Which see your as you see yourself flying at FTL, and you can see this small speck that was your consignment.
It'll still get there. That's how space works.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Okay. Well, based on that, I can't see any reason for not accepting it. Do we know about any sort of pirates or between here and there at all?
There's always pirates in the Earth region. There is a particular pirate who's been known to be doing the rounds that the EDF, the Earth Defense Force, have never caught. A man by the name of Max Saroyan. Thank God I wrote that stuff this morning. I was ready for that question.
Who are these people we're delivering it to? Do we know who they are, what they do?
I did actually have the name of the company. Yeah. One second, you have to look for the delivery assignment to Terra Nova Shipwrights.
Okay.
Hello, Darren. For those not involved, for those who don't know, Darren is actually the guy who wrote Reign of Discordia.
This is the man.
You know.
Well, I approve of him watching because he has a hat. Hats are cool.
I approve of it because he's in space with a hat on.
Yes. I approve of it because it looks like Terry Pratchett's hat.
It does.
But is he wearing a trench coat? He hasn't got a beard, so he can't have a full Pratchett.
No,
this is true. And
it's looking
if you're
good.
not familiar, this is the convention game Jayson is referring to. So the convention game is when you turn up at a convention and you have between arrival in the car park and getting into the convention to score as many points as possible. Now, the first one's really easy these days. That's a beard. The second one is the trilby, and the third one is the trench coat. And if you get all three on the same person, that is a full Pratchett, and you instantly win.
Yes.
Expo being in the summer makes it very hard to get a full Pratchett, I have to say.
Yeah, actually true, yeah.
You got dragon meat, no problem. I got 20 Pratchett's one year.
20? Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's such a tropey
Yeah,
look
yeah,
for the RPG crowd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yes, Terra Nova shipwrights.
Mhm.
They're small, up and coming.
We're not with their
Awesome.
shipping costs.
Possibly why they managed to get in with the Talonite government, because they're not some big corporation who might be able to muscle in.
Hmm.
The Talonites are having none of it.
I think that job sounds quite reasonable.
Yes, let's go off on adventure. I mean, on a regular routine delivery.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay,
You
but
have a
you have
gift.
another hat, right? I mean, we need to establish this now. Do you have hats? Because hats are cool. The only reason I don't wear one on stream is because of the headphones. Like, otherwise, it's just a thing when I go out. Actually, I haven't really done that much in the last few years, but I still have my hats. Hats are cool.
I remember your hat.
Hmm.
I have more than one, but there's a certain one I used to use a lot
Yeah.
when I did the videos on podcasts.
I don't do hats.
And that's one of the reasons why I love your twisted mind.
It's closer to the sun.
Well, you're not. You're very tiny.
Ex-wife, oh no.
Oh, fedora as well. Damn.
Damn. In fact, if I may say so, with a grey fedora, I don't want to say damn so much as damn da damn damn. Damn da damn.
Anywho, Philip, start the engine.
Yep. We're going to
Yes,
be on
sorry,
our
we were
way.
role playing.
Yes.
Yes. Who is going to put in the coordinates? I mean, you could, if you wanted to, go and fly just using subspace.
I can do that
but,
for you, only I don't know what to do.
Sounds like a lot of work.
You got navigation, haven't you?
I have got navigation. I do.
Who has computer? Da, 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 da. I am looking at all the stuff.
Yeah, I am not the space person. Let's put that out there right now.
I do have computers as well.
Okay.
Oh,
This is where we,
I'm good at computers. I could help.
this is where we get lost.
Well,
And then I
you
laugh
can
at you with my
decide.
claw.
You can decide for yourselves. I mean, you know, obviously, Phil, if you're doing navigation, give me a roll, please.
Okay, so navigate. Oh, that was a disappointing roll. So that's going to be a 12, but I get intelligence on top of that? Or is it,
Yes, you do.
on top, which is 14.
Yeah, that's more than enough. I mean, it's not that far away. It's a hop, skip, and a jump, to be honest. If it wasn't for the fact that it would be, you know, decidedly longer. So you're able to see it on the map. Becky, if you want to sort of program the Navi computer.
Well, I can't navigate, but I'm good with computers. I'm
Well,
more
he's given
happy
you the
to help.
he's given you the
Right.
coordinates and everything. So
Press buttons.
yep. Give me a roll, please.
Oh, okay. I rolled a
To
4.
be honest,
Is that good? I can't remember how this
I
works.
roll. Add your computer skill
Mhm.
plus, I think it's intelligence that controls
Yep.
it.
Yep. That
Add
comes
them
to
all together.
10. And add the dice roll to that as
Yep,
well. Yes,
add the
that's
dice roll to that
14.
as well. Okay, more than enough.
Would you
To
like
be
me to give you a
honest-
drink? Would you like water or coffee?
To be honest, neither of those rolls were strictly necessary, but it was a nice way to get used to role and used to the system.
I'll have a coffee if I can. I don't want to be
Of course.
falling asleep at this stage of the.
If you're
Absolutely. I'll go get
getting
you
one for me,
immediately.
I wouldn't mind a coffee before we leave Earth. It is
Yes,
quite a rare
absolutely.
commodity,
I'll
apparently,
get you one too.
from what
Right.
I've heard.
A biscuit
Coffee,
as well.
coffee. I will get you one. Coffee.
I'll get them both a coffee, biscuit, doily, the works. And bring it all back on a tray.
You
I'm
don't need to
intrigued.
get me a doily. It's fine. I just drink it in one go normally.
Well, yes, but it's good to be civilized when we're so far from civilization. It makes me feel like we're bringing wonder to the universe. Here you go. And here you are, Tyrell.
Oh, thank you.
Bonk.
Are we on the surface? Are we docked at some sort of space station? Or
No, if you, I mean, the thing with your particular ship, you can land on the surface, but you cannot use your main engine on the surface. It's too fucking dangerous.
For us or them?
For them.
Both.
Good to know.
yeah,
For them.
save that for emergencies.
It's like June, isn't it? When I had that mission to do the whole nuke thing for the whole campaign.
Yeah.
Right, got it.
It's yeah.
No,
So the standard procedure for people with your particular style of engine is thrusters in subspace only when trying to land and go in an atmosphere. Once you're out of atmosphere and into orbital and beyond, you can burn the engine and go nuts.
Okay.
Okay.
So if we're on the planet, I'll pilot it up out of the atmosphere to start with, and get to whatever safe distance we need before we fire the engine up.
Yeah. And you jump, and as I say, the travel is going to take just over 3 hours, 3.3 hours to be precise. And I did measure that on the map. So this, I'm not throwing these out of thin air, right? I measured these on the map.
Well, I've got some hoovering to do, and I could be round in about half an hour just to give you a shoulder massage. And I head out.
Hoovering a spaceship, that sucks.
Well, it's very easy. Just open the window.
Way.
When you said you were using a huge vacuum. I didn't think you meant that. Right. Shall I jump by the speed of plot to your arrival at Igand?
Yeah, we're going to be feeling a little bit buzzed, I think, by the time we get there. Keep feeding us all this coffee and sugary biscuits.
I'll be making lunch just for well, I don't know time of day, but I'll be in the kitchen cooking a mediocre meal. I try my best though. I'm not used to their diets.
Igand, as you will know, as your characters will know, is not a planet so much. It's an asteroid belt. There is one of the main asteroids which is actually hollowed out enough that is actually have cities in it. But that's why it's a huge mining installation. They mine all the metals and alloys from within the asteroid belt. So they're doing all right.
Okay. Yeah, so we will identify ourselves as we fly in and find out where we've got to go.
Yep. You meet up with Terra Nova's representative in Igand. They sort of check your ID just to make sure that you are the people that are meant to be sending the consignment. They're preparing to attach the ship. It's going to take a couple hours. Because they want to make sure that they don't want it flying off mid-flight. Yes, name for the ship, always good. I mean, I can give it a code designation, but it's name for a ship always makes it personal for you.
I did
still
give some
suggest-
suggestions last week.
I suggested the Dirty Slebog. You're laughing like you know Welsh.
I don't.
I'm afraid to ask what that is.
Just means slut.
Okay.
Slebog or something. I don't know how they say it because they're Welsh.
My suggestions were Artemis, Chiron, or Black Star.
Ah.
They're like, you'd have to be like Artemis 85,432 though.
That's quite difficult for my character to vibrate.
Yeah. It's like all of those I just feel a bit too common for like Earth ships by this point in history.
Yeah.
All the obvious Greek gods have been done too many times.
All the
But
good
we're
names
not-
are taken.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Not an
God
Earth
knows,
ship,
God knows
anyway.
how many enterprises there's been.
We could call it the
Century Hawk.
Josimtai.
Do we own it ourselves? Is it Tyrell's ship or is it?
Well, it's technically yours.
Oh, we got a mortgage or something, right?
A mortgage.
It's technically yours in the sense that no one else is going to get to use the ship.
But is it owned by a corporation or?
Yeah, but there is an upside to it as well, because you're using it for business. As long as you send the proper receipts and so on, and do it on the business account, you're not paying for fuel.
Okay.
That's a company expense.
So
That's
what's
good.
the
Now,
name
you
of
can
the
have-
company
you can-
we work for?
It's the organization you put in with.
Oh, I can't remember what that was.
Do we
It was
write
like
it down on
3
the sheet?
weeks ago, wasn't it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Frontier Hall.
Frontier Haulers. Okay.
So we're the Dirty Haulers.
I like trucking. I like trucking.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
like trucking, and we like to truck.
that's reasonable, I think.
The Dirty Haulers.
Is that,
Now we need an L on the end as well so that the initials are DHL. So like, oh god, what would we have?
is it
me.
yellow? Is the ship yellow then?
Yeah, well, red speed stripe down the side.
Classic.
What coloring you want, I don't have a problem with. As I say, I mean, you could. I mean, if you want, you can have it that it's your ship, but in that case, you're paying for your own fuel. If it's your ship, you're paying. They might give you it back in expenses, but you'd have to pay for the fuel and then go through the bureaucracy of
Dirty haulage lugger. Yellow with a
Dirty
red
haulage
stripe.
lugger. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see me using the designation a lot.
We never arrive on time and everything's always broken.
I think we've broken Ronnie.
It's not our fault. The parcels look too much like goalposts, so we have to kick stuff in between. That is oh no, that was TNT. I early in my career, I had to visit my boss was choosing a new courier company, and he chose the one where the lads in the
Oh, yeah.
warehouse were playing football with the parcels. He goes, we're
Oh,
going with
dear.
that one.
They seem to have a lot of fun.
As you're there for a couple of hours while you're waiting for the consignment to be attached, I mean, the news is the usual stuff. Earth is looking for. The Igand is very, 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 very proud of its independence. After the Imperium went down, so many different systems who were almost pretty much independent anyway decided, no, we're not getting in, but not getting in with anyone else again. We're our
Okay.
own system, damn it.
This makes me want to ask one question about the map. Igand is in the yellow area, and I assume that's some kind of Terran Federation type thing.
That's the was referred to as the human systems.
Okay. So they're racially human, but they're not unified in any way.
Yeah.
Okay. No wonder there's pirates. Sort it out, folks. It's like going through Russia.
I would say that there's if you're looking at the Reign of Discordia PDF, there is a wonderful sort of précis of most of the systems, starting from page 20 of the PDF.
I'm a role player. I'm not gonna. I'm a player also, and players don't read the book, dude. It's the GM's job.
Okay. I understand.
It's just the way it is.
I know. So so essentially it's kind of its own place now. It's not beholden to anyone, although given the fact that it's extremely rich, given the mining and everything, there's a lot of other planets nearby that would love Igan to be part of them. So yeah, there's a lot of pirating going on
I
in the
assume
area.
they have quite a big space navy of their own.
Some of them do. They're also very worried about the EDF as well, because it's not a hop, skip, and a jump from let's defend the Earth to let's take over them, because that's us defending the Earth by taking them.
And this is
They
not
might
the
not do that.
EDL.
That sounds like a very familiar policy.
Sounds British.
Yeah, it sounds like the EDL.
The Earth Defense Force.
Possibly a little bit Russian.
Well,
Okay.
it's funnily you're talking about Russia, because Igan does have a socialist government here.
Well, Russia doesn't.
Russia doesn't
Fascist.
have a socialist government.
I was thinking more USSR.
That wasn't socialist.
Oh, that's 30 years ago, dude. It's long gone. Also not socialist, yes.
No.
Anyway, usual news going on, pirating, stocks and shares on certain things going up, other things are going way down, strife here, strife there. Several thousand years into the future, and not much has changed. There still is enough political strife and greed as there is now. Eventually, the consignment is attached, and you are cleared to travel. Obviously, it will be subspace engines until you get out of the way of the asteroid. I would like you, please, Phil. I should have done this on the way in, but I'll do it on the way out. To give me a piloting roll, please.
A piloting role. Okay. Oh, just shut the PDF. Okay.
Nicely maneuver your way out of the asteroid belt.
Pilot, I've got 8, and that is going to be Dex, isn't it?
Yeah. So
That is a lot better. 24, 26.
okay, that's a nice. Basically, you're just nicely sweeping and swooping your way majestically through.
It's just calming being in such a clean, well dusted
It's the
control room.
Necrons, isn't it? It's the Necrons.
It's just, I can smell the food cooking in the background. It's just going to be, it's just relaxing.
I'm cleaning the controls now with soap and water.
You can probably hear me grunting doing pull-ups or something.
So navigation and going into the computers, you are looking to get yourself to Akat.
I did the computer thing for 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Navigate was another good one.
Oh yeah, right up there. Okay.
Navigate is a 30. I've got a 20.
Okay, so it's not even a case of you looking, you just go, where's the cat? There it is. It's just, there it is. Coordinates are punched in. Simple enough. It's easy enough to do the Navi computer when you've got a pilot navigator. It just goes, there it is. And just gets you the coordinates straight away. The travel time, however, is a bit longer.
Yes. I'll go warm up your bed for you now by laying in it for a bit.
That's probably a little step too far.
Too far? Too far? Oh, sorry, I wouldn't want to go too far. I'll put a heater on your bed. How about that? Oh no, that could catch fire.
You don't need to do mine. I'm used to cold temperatures underwater.
Right, okay, good. The blanket, of course, that's what we normally use. Right, I'll go put a blanket over your quilt to warm your quilt up.
But then how
Some
will you
shelves?
how could you? But then how will you warm the blanket to warm the quilt?
That's not how convection works. I'll dust the shelves with the remaining time for a bit.
Okay.
I whispered to Tyrell, how did we pick her up again?
I don't know.
Did she just appear?
Did we advertise for a crewmate or a maid?
Who says she can't multitask?
Do we need to check the ship? No, we're actually leaving. Do we need to check the ship, make sure everything's okay before we?
Yeah, I can check.
You can have a good check if you want.
Yeah, I'm happy to. No worries.
Remember that the flight time is 21 and a half, just over 21 and a half hours.
I'm not going to take 21 and a half hours to check the ship, if that's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying you've got plenty of time because it's 21.6.
No, I'll do it now then.
I'd rather check the ship now than wait until something goes wrong and then we should have checked the ship.
like what happens in other plots.
Assumedly, we've checked the cargo somehow. I mean, you can feel it with the controls, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
We can't access the cargo from where we are. Then it's in like a different.
It's
external, isn't it?
It's completely external. It's just attached on.
I guess we can look at it from a window or something.
Ooh, that's a big box.
I mean, it's just going to be sort of containers or something, isn't it? I mean, we
just
trusting
something equivalent to a shipping container, quite literally.
So we're just trusting in what's in it, really, I suppose.
Well, I mean, you would think, regardless of anything, if it was a deal that was going under the table, they would be far more sort of surreptitious about it. But this has been, straight up and in the open.
We inspect the containers. Is that normal?
Yes.
We have a look in.
Yes, you're perfectly entitled to have
Okay.
looked in the containers to say, yeah, that is our consignment. That's
We'll
what
go
we're
for
here
all of
for.
that before leaving.
Yeah.
Then, 'cause,
Yeah.
I imagine that's a normal part of the
Yeah.
process. So yeah.
Well, look, I hate to use the truck driver analogy, but it's as good as one as any. You would double check to make sure you've got the right goods and the right destination and the right paperwork and everything before you set off.
And we're not accidentally transporting organs or a bomb or a poisonous virus sort of thing,
Or a poisonous virus organ bomb.
Or that, yes. But yeah, I'm happy to.
Hang on, there's Pretty Patel in this one punching a refugee.
See, that's when you open the vacuum.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's when you open the
Time to
window.
Hoover.
We're free today.
I'm so
yeah.
pretty. I'm so pretty.
No, she's really not. Yeah, I'll go and just check around.
Okay.
Is it Tyrell, by the way, or Tyrrell?
Tyrell.
Tyrell.
I'll start the paperwork then. This paperwork we got when we picked up the consignment.
When you get to Akat, you are looking for a Curtis Quinn.
Curtis Quinn.
So you'll be one of the managers at Terra Nova. He will be the one that you'll be signing the consignment over to.
Okay.
Again, they'll need an hour or so to easier to disconnect from the ship than actually connect it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're just waiting for the meal to be ready now.
I'll get right on it.
Right. So here's a 21-hour flight. Best part of a day. So
It's going to be a sleep.
Yeah. Can any, at the risk of doing the airplane line, is there anyone here who knows how to fly a ship?
No, but we can sit in the cockpit, make sure the lights don't change, and then blow a air horn if they do.
Again, I'm not a space person. I am not there for the spacey stuff unless it involves manning a gun on a ship.
You could always engage the autopilot.
Exactly,
yes,
and then somebody just sits there making sure nothing changes.
Make sure that there's no Grogu pressing buttons.
Just read a book or.
It's all part of my plan.
or picking up the little ball thing.
Yes, I'll be more than happy to watch the controls, of course. But I'm cooking at the moment.
No, that's fine. I can sit here and do the paperwork while we're.
I'm looking at a menu and squinting at it. It says, it's there's a place here called Netala, which is close enough to Nutella. So it's Netala toast. And it appears to have oatmeal in, or at least it does now. I do get it wrong sometimes in the kitchen, right? The willingness is there, the talent isn't.
Is there any protein in it?
I don't know. This is not what my species eats.
There was protein before she started.
Okay.
Well, we tend to have plankton-based things. And
yes, I'm doing the thing for you. Doing the the fish egg thing. Ground fish egg, is that right?
Sure, I can have that again. Yes.
Ah, I was going to add table salt instead of sea salt this time for variety.
How do you get salt from a table?
No, it's in this box. It says table salt. I found it on
Ah.
Earth.
Genius.
A bit weird, but I'm happy to try it.
I guess it's a delicacy down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonder how much to use.
Well, don't put in too much, just in case it's really strong.
I'll be sitting in the cockpit shaking my head listening to this. And,
I'll take the edge off with some
I'm
honey.
just I'm literally having flashbacks to my childhood and an advert which you ask anyone from Scotland of my age or round about that time, and they can quote the last line of this advert almost verbatim, which was an advert for North stock cubes, which had the it was a guy who was he thought he was going to have chicken soup because he'd had chicken the night before, and the whole thing is he doesn't know that his wife uses North stock cubes, and he's talking to his friend the next day, and the friend said, "So how was the chicken soup?" He says, "Oh, it was lovely." And the amazing thing was, it was no chicken soup; it was pea and ham. Pea and ham from a chicken. Now that's clever. And most people my age know that last line completely.
I think it was popular then.
But you got to remember, back in those days, there was only 3 flipping channels.
Oh yeah.
Channel 4 wasn't even out at that point.
Oh, if you're that old, then I'm pretty sure you'll find most people your age actually have Alzheimer's and don't remember a thing.
Thanks for that.
3 channels.
Well, Channel 4 didn't come up till 82,
Something like
82,
that.
83.
I remember
Oh,
Channel
well.
5 launching.
I'm older than Ronnie, so
You're welcome.
I just look older because of the hair.
Could be why I'm always winning at Axis and Allies.
oh, yeah.
Is it
Rules
5
keep
now? 5
rules
now?
keep changing.
What I was going to say,
You did right first time then.
I was about to say, as Jayson had just went off, do you want a 5-minute break
Okay, we
and
can
then
do
come
that.
back because it give you a chance for a ciggy and whatever.
Sure.
Okay,
Back in
Captain.
5.
Okay.
Fine call.
You silly plonker.
As I was moving my laptop out of the way, the mouse just went. The cable. What happened was the cable. This bit of the cable was hitting against the trackpad,
All right.
and it was just moving everything all over the place. And it.
Uh-huh.
Ah. So yes, silly me. Welcome back.
Hello.
All right.
Right. Is there anything particular you guys want to do before you get to Ackett?
I want to be very careful first tasting of this food.
It tastes mediocre, isn't it?
I was still intending to go around and check everything was in order, which presumably would take like half an hour or something. But
easily.
So this is basically food for your species made by somebody who isn't of your species.
So
I'm not even good at my own species food.
Well, it could turn out that you're one of these people who you can't do your own species food at all, but every other species you're like a gourmet chef.
Hang on, it's random every time, right? Because I have no idea. Phil, yours is average. Jayson, yours isn't good. Doesn't taste nice.
Oh, it must be the table salt thing. Oh no.
Oh, sorry. I'll throw that away then.
Yeah, you want to find a table.
Do the sea salt next time, please.
You want to find a table that's less salty next time.
Well, it said Indian table salt by a company called Gandhi Salts. I just won't get that one again.
Well, that doesn't mean anything to me. Do they have any reviews?
Found it in an earth shop.
Obviously, because it's an earth food, isn't it?
Well, no, it was in the gardening section for slugs. It was the only salt I could find.
Yes, I believe that kind of table salt is called sawdust.
Yeah, I don't think they generally call salt food anyway. You wouldn't sit down to a portion of salt.
Oh,
no, you really wouldn't.
So I wouldn't know.
Yeah. So maybe a little less salt next time, and he can always add some more if he thinks it needs it later on.
Well, I do know someone who they had like fish and chips. They were just like smother. It was almost like it. Was he having fish and chips with his salt?
Oh, you've not met my granddad. He has so much salt that he will have salt and porridge sort of quantities. And if it's like, I don't know, just a normal sort of lunch or something, he will go around several times. So.
And
my sister's first boyfriends used to make these little salt mounds with every meal and then dip his food into it.
Oh,
yeah, it'd be like a little pyramid of salt on the plate, and then you dip every bite into it.
Oh my god!
And hello, Nathan H.
Oh,
hello, Nathan.
Hello, Nathan.
Not too bad, thank you.
Yeah,
we're doing well.
Yes.
No one's died yet.
Nope.
We are not talking about masks, by the way. This is a different campaign.
He's going to catch on to that very quickly.
Yes.
For a start, I'm helpful.
Oh, come on. You were a kind of helpful, just not the right sort of helpful. at times. Oh gosh, the comments are going a bit mad. I can't keep up. Mm.
No, you literally wrote the game we're playing. You can pimp your Kickstarter. That's cool. So, to our other viewer, the Kickstarter for this game is currently live.
Yeah, I mean, say if I found a cure for cancer, I wouldn't go, oh, sorry, this might be a little bit like, showing me up, but maybe I want to,
This is to answer Nathan's question. The system we're using is True 20. We're using the Reign of Discordia campaign setting, which is sort of big sandbox sci-fi setting.
Traveller, but you survived character gen.
yes.
I'll take that as a description.
So presumably everything on the ship is in order.
Everything on the ship is fine. I mean, you can make me a notice roll if you want.
Yeah, why not? Since I've not
If you
rolled
do that, it
anything
might
so
go wrong. Why would you ask to roll?
Wisdom, yes.
Yeah, that's the one notice is on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which
roll plus your wisdom, roll plus your notice.
Yeah. I haven't got any notice to steal, so that's.
Oh, you don't
be...
have notice, so
No.
-4.
Oh, it's -4. Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot about -4.
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
I ain't got the skills, so you're getting -4 for it.
I was bad at wisdom to begin with. Blooming number. That is not a natural one, but it's still a 1.
Okay, I will remind you, you all have conviction points
This is why you shouldn't roll.
for things like rerolls.
Yeah, but to be honest, like I'm not going to use it.
Well, does the control panel look? Is there any warning lights flashing?
No.
Well, there we go.
And there was nothing in any of the rooms I cleaned.
You didn't clean some mysterious figure in the shadows, did you?
Well, if there's a mysterious figure hiding in a locker, it's clearly one I didn't clean on this trip. I mean, it's a big ship. I didn't clean all of it in a 21-hour shift. Not that, I slept for some of it too.
Yeah, the thing about Joey is he's not very good at looking for things.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine as long as you checked the warning light bulbs. We're quids in.
If you point things out to me, I am more than happy to react to those things.
Regrettably, I think we all just discovered that notice is a skill.
I've got it.
Oh, you've got it. Okay, one of us has it.
Well, I had to either put into charisma or wisdom, and given the whole thing with handle animal that I could potentially have, I thought I'd swap.
So just to be clear, 2 people didn't notice.
No, I didn't know it was a skill, but I'm telling you, I haven't got it.
I think it's very apt they don't get it then.
Yes.
Too busy being an expert going, there's so many skills.
Well, that's slightly both.
The irony of that now.
No, it's like spots, isn't it?
There's too many skills. I missed one.
Anyway, we're flying. Come on, let's role playing. We're in the middle of it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Keep flying.
Yeah, after the meal, I'll go back and check on the ship in the flight deck.
Everything's fine. All systems are normal.
That's good. That's good.
After 21 hours, you do get the sort of beacon that you're about to enter the ACAT system.
So we're approaching the ACAT. We'll be there in less than an hour.
Oh! I must make the pilot his coffee for arrival, so he's all perked up for the landing. Doilies.
We'll stick the forward view up on the screen so everyone can see it.
Yeah. ACAT is a cold, wet world that specializes in manufacturing starship navigational components and life support systems.
Sounds right up your street, Joey. Cold and wet.
No, because it's still surface based.
Oh, okay.
I under the water, that's completely different.
2 massive colony cities existed ACAT, one located on each of the 2 northern continents. The entire world has a reputation for being home to some large predators that are both large and deadly.
I thought we would say large and predatory. Bit like the wise woman.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem to us. We're not going to leave the city already. We're here to do a job.
Well, if we do get any large and predatory animals, I'll show you how to duck under the water for long periods of time.
Yes, but at least 2 of you might not notice it.
It's not my fault. Like, I live underground in tunnels, right? Being
That's
an
true.
insect. I assume the cities are kind of largely underground as well, are they?
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Being Talonites.
You must have some underground water features, though, surely.
Oh, yes, my species does consume water. It's the basis of all carbon life forms.
Well, there we go then.
We just, don't drink the stuff we shit in.
No.
I never thought you did.
Well, and obviously we do on a spaceship, but it goes through all, recycling.
What?
You do know how the grey water system is hooked up, right? Don't you?
Oh. Something from the Lawmaster.
There you go.
Sometimes both at the same time.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's
multi-level.
Yep.
Like some sort of termite colony or something.
We build our skyscrapers
I-
middle out.
I thought you meant like a metaphysical state of being above and below at the same time.
No.
No, it'll just be like, you start the building in the middle. It's the obvious
As
place.
above, so is below.
Our stories are structured the same way. Everything's in media res.
Oh, God.
So can we radio flight control? Tell them who we are and
Yeah,
where we're going?
the city does recognize the ship, the consignment. They do have the paperwork. You're given coordinates on the planet to land.
Yeah. DHL's on approach with a shipment for Terra Nova shipwrights.
Sounds so good. Oh, we're not even sponsored by DHL.
Not this episode, next one maybe.
If DHL would like to pay us for continuing to promote their name, albeit
used to
in a
calling
slightly
it,
sarcastic tone,
We'll do it weeks later than we agreed.
I'm used to calling it Duhul anyway from Phone Jacker.
Yeah, so cruise the ship in towards the planet.
okay. I assume you're cutting this. I assume you're cutting the FTL drive.
Oh yeah, we better do that. There's a huge population on this planet, like these things.
Yeah. You would very much want to cut the drives, I think. That particular drive, at least, is fucking nasty. Although kind of useful if you've got enemies directly behind the ship. Melt them in a nanosecond. They are happy to. You land.
Mhm.
In fact, given your wonderful success with the roll with rolling at the moment, give me a piloting.
Another piloting roll.
Go on.
He's asking for lots of dice rolls, waiting to count up the failures so we can use them against us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's landing and takeoff always the trickiest bits.
Would
you're
I do something
perfectly
like
safe
that?
in any sci-fi campaign, because those can't fail. You derail the whole, everyone dies. Like, you'll never crash doing the routine stuff.
Do we have
Perfectly safe.
Do we have escape pods or some sort of lifeboat?
Yeah, I'm in it now.
No, you're all right though. It's 23.
I was going to say women and crustaceans first.
You land easy enough.
Okay. I put lipstick on. I put it on my mandibles.
It's more like this then.
Yeah. I'm gonna see some Talonites.
You're going to clean them.
Yeah, freshly polished.
No, clean the other Talonite.
I'm almost tempted to add. I'm almost tempted to ask what shade.
I think war stripes. No, no, red lipstick on my mandibles.
Okay.
Put on my little black dress.
God help me all.
It's all right, Ronnie. You're just lucky shit of a goth period. So.
Goth period I could handle. You are met as you disembark. You are met by. I realized. I need this up and running again.
Is it Curtis Quinn?
Yep. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Quinn.
Yes, come on in. Great to see you. Come on. Is that our? Oh, that's our assignment there. That's brilliant. Oh, excellent. Yes. Yes, we have refreshments here in the. Yes, no expense spared. Go and have some refreshments after such a long flight. We'll get our men.
Talonite food. This is why I dressed up.
Yes, I'm sure we can ensure you get some of the local cuisine. There's more sort of more our food. As well. Come in. Right, guys. Get that. Yes, need that. Absolutely. Fantastic. Get that done. Right, come on.
Oh, we have a gift for you. Here's some table salt. Thank you for doing business with DHL.
It's from Earth, apparently.
I'd be careful of that salt. I say handing a day about over.
No, it's fine. I sampled it.
Well, that's rather salty of you. Come.
Do you have any plankton?
Not recently, but I'm sure we can find something. Come on. I'm sure we can.
Kale,
We've got
waterweed,
there. I'm sure.
barnacles.
We'll have something. Come on. Right, here we go. Wonderful, fantastic, excellent. Right, those are going to do that. You guys are going to have at least a couple of hours of respite. There's some wonderful sights that you might want to go and see. Excellent. Yes. Well, it's pretty much dinner time anyway. Come with me. My treat. Wonderful. Let's go.
Oh, we'll pay for a meal for us. Excellent. Has he signed over? Have we signed over the consignment to him yet, though?
Yes.
Or? Yeah, we have. Okay.
Yes. If you check your bank balances, you do find that you have been paid your 5,000 each.
Instantaneous.
Wow.
It's credit score. It's they're just bouncing it in.
Something's going to happen in a minute. He's going to take us all away.
Silly question though. Is it technically dinner time in terms of like can we tell from either a clock or the state of the sky if it's actually that time of day?
By
Or
our
are we already in the ground?
by our clock reckoning, it would be about 6 p.m.
Okay, that's fine.
So it'd be kind of early dinner, but
Yeah, but that's fine. I was just making sure it wasn't actually like 11 a.m. or something. It's like, oh yes, dinner time. Yes, come along.
Yes, I'd love to have you for dinner. What's that large tank of boiling water? Oh, it's just bathing. No, I'm kind of. It's so nice to meet people out. And you, madam, I see. Well, I see your brethren most days. In fact, every day. What am I saying? Let's order, shall we? Waiter. Talonite waiter comes over. Yes. May I take your order?
Oh, scarabs! So many scarabs! Oh, with the mucus sauce. Oh.
I believe we have a fresh consignment today. Excellent. I will make sure they're extra mucus for you.
Fried?
Fried mucus? Okay.
Scarab?
Oh, this fried scarab, yes. Fantastic. And you, sir?
I must admit, this is the first time in a Talonite restaurant. What would you recommend for another thing that's never been here before?
At this point, Quinn goes over to it. Don't worry, they do plenty of our food as well. Pretty good standard as well, I have to say.
Okay, Quinn's a human. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll have a steak.
And how would you like your steak, sir?
Oh, rare.
Very well. And you, sir?
Joey. You can call me Joey. Well, my friend here, Quinn, wasn't sure what you had, but I'm happy with anything planktony, proteiny, just not with mucus, please. That sounds horrible.
I think we have the exact thing that you would like. Yes, wonderful. Yes, right.
Oh, it's not Talonite mucus. It comes from a
I don't care what
worm.
it is. No.
You squeeze it and it
No. It's,
forms in their guts, you see, and it's very delicious.
no, thanks, no. I've had a 21-hour flight.
I'll skip that as well.
Right. Yes. The man there would like something. Something sort of sea-like. Yes. No, not a fish. That would be racially insensitive. Now, No, yes, and our sister here would like some fried scarabs with sauce, and I believe this gentleman here basically wants you to just find an animal and just skin it, give it a light sear, and bring it to the table.
It's cow,
Um,
isn't it? Isn't it cow or kangaroo or something?
Well, the Quinn sort of looks and says, "Well, tastes like cow." I've never asked. It just is nice. Fills the spot. I don't ask questions. I'll have medium rare steak, please. Yes, all the trimmings. Thank you very much. You like the trimmings? It's lovely. Yes. Pop along, and your very best Chardonnay.
Wow, they've got everything here then.
Well,
What's the Chardonnay?
It's an alcoholic
It's a type of
beverage from.
lampshade.
It's a type of alcoholic beverage in a lampshade. I didn't know that lampshades drank stuff.
No, they don't. It's just about, you might make a lampshade out of the bottle afterwards, I suppose, or a lamp out of the bottle afterwards, but you have to.
Oh,
buy
it's
your chain.
that stuff that things get drunk on, right? So it's
You can.
like
You can.
octopus oil.
I don't know if you can get drunk, Joey, but this might do it if you had enough.
I don't actually know from a character or player perspective whether I get drunk, but I might just stick to salt water.
your orders quickly come. They're quite efficient. Quinn explains that they didn't used to do Terran food, but as this, he's not the only. They're not the only Terran company. You know, they still do a bit of trade and so on. So they developed a menu for the Terrans that are there.
Got to do something with the Terrans that don't behave by the rules.
That would make so much sense. Staking their reputation on it, quite literally.
It's a rare opportunity.
Well, for puns, always. It's a searing indictment.
If I wasn't already home.
Anyway, now, do you find people have a job lined up?
We don't have an outward job. No, not at the moment.
Well, he kind of looks around and realizes there's no one really close by. And says, I could put a little work your way. I have a small courier job that I need some. I need good people for, and you seem good people.
Yeah, we're good at delivery jobs and courier jobs, so we could be the right people. What is it you need doing exactly?
I have again, he looks around to make sure nobody's listening. We've a friend or two of mine were they were out diving and so on, and they came across what they thought was a relic or two, small things. I have a friend I'm just trying to find. Yeah, I have a friend who lives on Latol back in the human system, back in the Terran system. He's a art connoisseur, and he occasionally deals with less legitimate pieces. I told him about these particular artifacts, and he's very intrigued. I sent him some pictures, and he believes that authentically they could be worth quite a tidy penny. However, I do need someone to deliver it.
What planet were these rarities discovered on?
Oh, they were discovered here.
Right.
So you want us to smuggle these artifacts?
No, not
That's been why you're looking around so much.
Yeah.
Shh. I don't like to use that word. I mean, quietly deliver.
Right.
How much were you paid for this particular job?
Less than you're going to give us now for this.
Just as a ballpark, how much were you paid for this?
10,000.
10,000.
Is that all? I was paid 15.
Well, you see him there sitting back, and you see him pull out what looks like a sort of small, almost like a tablet. Carry the 1 multiplied by the hypotenuse. I would be willing to pay each of you for your time and obviously your discretion. I'd be willing to pay you each 50,000.
And who else is after these relics?
Oh, no one. No one knows about that.
Shall I look around and check for you?
50,000. Wow.
Well, I was thinking more who else is after our money.
Each 50,000.
For that sort of money, I assume there's going to be slightly more to it than just transporting goods.
They're very small. I mean, it won't. They could stay on the ship. I mean, they don't even have to be in a container. But they, it's a small box. It's easily hidden. It's just they're very fragile, and I need delivery that can guarantee discretion and honor and.
Is it living or will it survive in a vacuum?
Oh no, they're merely small rocks and gemstones that we believe are of possibly historical significance. That's why I'm going to an art collector for them.
When did you discover these?
I didn't discover them. My friend came to me some 2 weeks ago. I have been discussing with my friend in Lato for the last 2 weeks. I haven't really found people that I felt comfortable with to offer this interesting opportunity.
Still 2 weeks isn't that long, is it? You want to get them off quick?
Well, when you're told that you could be looking at a tidy profit. You would understand that any businessman would want to make that profit as quickly as possible.
Hmm. Well, if we could have a little discussion between ourselves, if you don't mind.
Well,
This
yes,
is
obviously, my offices are. Well, obviously, we're going to eat first. I mean, we could have a nice conversation, but my offices are. And he points out the building. I'm on the 4th floor there. Once you've discussed things and made your decision, by all means, come and see me. It's no, I'm open to a little bit of negotiation, I suppose, regarding the price, but not on the necessity for discretion.
We can do discretion. We're DHL after all.
Can't guarantee they'll turn up in one piece, though.
We'll leave a note saying sorry you weren't in. If you were.
This joke isn't going to get old fast.
Nope.
I engorge myself on the food, like massively so.
Okay.
Like it's the first time I've eaten in weeks.
I didn't realize you could get that big.
Yes, there's space for the egg sacs usually, but
It's lovely. Just perfect. So he makes small talk, just talking about the life here in general. They're looking forward to bringing the advanced technologies and designs that they're being taught by the Talonites to Terran ships.
yes, we'll have to get hold of one of those new engines when they're available.
why I like our engines.
So
Bigger.
about on your
No, I was just going to say bigger, better, and faster. Make more deliveries, make more money.
Yeah, but I like the fact that we don't have to worry about people creeping up behind us.
Maybe we could like put on a modifier or something to keep that part. Keep the exhausts.
Just put additional engines on. So you have the
Yeah, yeah.
efficient engines, and then you've got the old
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
engines.
Oh,
So more
God.
engines.
double the size of your ship, but not capacity, just
Yeah, just engines.
bigger engines. Right. So after an hour dinner and small talk, I must go and attend to paperwork. I'm sure you have much to discuss. Thank you very much for and I hope you will see favorably on my proposal. Let's go. And he heads out at a brisk pace, but
Just
he's not
before
exactly running.
Before he does, I'd like to slip a concealable mic into his pocket.
Do you have one of those on you?
Never go anywhere without one.
Hopefully it works long range.
I think that would have to be sleight of hand.
I wish I had that skill. And my dex of 1,
Oh dear.
-4, -3 on the roll.
Yeah.
You slip one into the Chardonnay.
You could drink it.
Hey, it's future tech. It'll still work.
Theoretically.
I would say you still. I mean, you've got conviction points.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay,
I don't know
well.
where the conviction points are on my character sheet, actually. I'm looking for them. How many do I get? Oh, 4.
They're up at the
4.
top. Other
You
statistics.
should have.
Yes, it'll
You
be
should have.
fine. It's only -3. Ah, awesome. 16.
Is that with conviction?
No, that's just
Oh,
my -3. I rolled 19.
Okay. Yes, you sort of slip it in as he's not looking. He's going. He seems to be more sort of looking around and making sure nobody's heard.
Mm. And then as soon as he's gone, I'll put an earphone in and I wait to see if he makes any phone calls.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you are alone in the restaurant.
What do you think of that proposal? That's
well, I definitely want to see the goods before we take them off him.
for that sort of money. It's got to be dangerous. There's more to it.
The other thing is
He-
that I feel like he's found a culturally significant Talonite artifact. And, as well as taking our technology into Terran space, he wants to take our history too. Which, he doesn't have a license for these very important relics he's found. So it's an illegal job and it's hurting my own people.
But on the other hand,
Lato's-
50,000.
Lato's fairly close to Earth as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It's almost like on the way home.
Yeah.
Very
It's
little
almost-
detour.
Almost
Very
like the
little
name
detour.
is inspired by June.
Well, I
Well-
guess if we're in later, we're outside their bell, aren't we?
It must be worth a lot if he's going to pay us 150 and then they're still going to make profit on it. It must be worth an absolute
Yeah.
fortune to take this sort of risk. What is the punishment for smuggling that sort of thing out of a cat?
Let's just say that at the very least, you're not going to be flying ever again. Certainly not under your own steam. I mean, if you are correct about the provenance of what you might be shipping, would it be cast? Would they class it as grave robbing, which is even more? At the very least,
Well-
you're looking. At the very least, you're looking at a hefty prison sentence. You would certainly be barred from entering into the system again. Probably
Well,
probably the whole of a Talonite system, let alone that area.
All he
Well,
said
that
so
kills my
far
next
that
statement.
they're artifacts / gems. It's like, again, I want to know kind of more where he's got them from.
He's died from, so they're underwater somewhere, apparently. It must be some sort of flooded city or something, perhaps on the coast.
I mean, either way we're taking the job, it's just a question of whether we betray him.
Well, yeah. What, to the authorities or just take it and go?
Well, that becomes the question, doesn't it? Do we give half to the authorities and say he tried to hire us to deliver these and we thought we'd give them straight to you? That's his name and address right there. Deal with him and then bugger off with the other half and claim the reward. I mean, that sounds even more profitable to me.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we're gonna miss out on the 150,000 because they're not going to pay us before we go.
No. But we get the reward and then we get half the loot. And we haven't damaged our reputation at all. All we've done is refuse to transport a culturally significant relic.
True. That's a good plan. Where do we offload the other half of stuff to, though?
Well, we need to find the right buyer. We know the system.
Well, you know the system.
Well, later.
Later, there's someone on later that'll buy it.
With the money we get from whatever reward money we raise, we're sure to be able to spend enough time finding someone, put enough money in enough pockets.
I don't suppose we need to sell them right away. We could make sure we find the right buyer. I like that plan. That's a good plan. You're not all just Nutella toast and grubs, are you?
Can all of you make me a notice roll?
No, because I've just told you I'm terrible at that.
Yes,
13.
I can.
Oh, sorry. What stat is it? Wisdom.
Yes.
Wisdom, yeah.
16.
Oh, okay.
With the -4 if you haven't got it.
Yeah.
I've applied the -4. I rolled
Okay.
well. I rolled 17. I got 16.
Jesus. So
16. Yeah. I got 16.
Yeah.
7.
Um,
Okay.
We didn't see the hidden mic. He did it to us too. Oops.
Or we had our drink spiked. The bloody Chardonnay. Well, actually, I didn't drink.
I'm going to. The first part of his description is specifically for Becky and Phil, and then I will say one thing, and then Jayson, that's where you.
It was the Chardonnay, wasn't it? I didn't drink any of it.
You guys have been. I mean, particularly you, Phil. You've been a pilot for a good deal of time. You know an engine when you hear one. And you can hear what it sounds at first like buzzing. And certainly, Becky, you can also hear what sounds like buzzing from outside somewhere. As it comes closer, Phil, you sort of recognize immediately, and Becky, and very, very quickly afterwards, that it's not anything organic. These are engines.
Right. What, ship engines or
Ship engines, small scale fighters, small ships. In the distance, just across from the sort of plaza where you're in, you see 2 laser blasts going into the side of a building, nearly taking it out, and that's when you, Jayson, happen to notice shit happening. You didn't so much hear the you didn't hear the roar of you didn't hear the engine approaching, but no one's not noticing building going.
I heard
you
the
can
Wilhelm
see,
scream.
Yes. You see what looks like 2 small sets of half a dozen fighters each, taking out targets in the plaza. More specifically, there's one now bearing down, and it looks like it's going to take a shot at the restaurant.
Okay, I grab the rest of my scarabs and run.
Can you all give me an acrobatics check, please?
No.
No.
I mean, I don't do dodging. I do. Grr!
Don't do
Grunty-
any of that.
Grunty
Looking
armor
for an ac-
noises.
I don't know where to look for an acrobatics check. I'm sorry.
It'd be a skill, I
It's a
assume.
skill.
Yes.
Oh,
Dex.
okay.
We haven't got it.
Dex based,
None of
yeah.
us have that
Right.
one.
So you're all at -4, but you do have your dex on it.
-4 dex.
Well, I've got so
Lucky
much of
bird.
that.
I don't need dex. I'm a pilot.
9.
Right.
Oh,
12.
okay. So
Oh, hang on, no.
8.
Yeah, no, 12.
Right. Becky, you're going to dive through by the skin of your
I
teeth.
thought you said die then. I was like,
Phil,
bit arbitrary.
Jayson, you are looking down the possibility of damage unless you spend a conviction for reroll.
Go on then. I'll do that. It's going to be worse, isn't it?
At this point, you're going to get the conviction back next session because we're nearly at the end of this session.
It's worse.
Oh, cool, okay. So is it just
No,
is it like corporations
0.
+4 sort of thing?
So
0.
when you roll,
Yeah.
if you roll between 1 and 10, add 10 to the result on top of everything else.
Yeah, but I rolled
Okay.
11.
Okay, so I
You rolled
rolled a 2.
11.
So I rolled a 2, so that's 12. Minus the 4 still?
Yeah.
Back to 8 again.
plus your dex.
That was plus my dex.
Oh shit.
Again, I'm more sort of I have the armor, so I protect myself rather than any kind of zippy dodgy
Okay.
acrobatics malarkey.
There is a small explosion, and I am now going to.
Can we flip the table over and hide behind that? Because that always seems to work.
I was going to say, actually, are we in like booths or is it more of an open plan?
It's an open plan restaurant.
Of course it is.
I'd like you to make me a toughness save, please.
Oh, well, that's more like it.
Toughness.
That's way more like it.
+2.
22.
Remember, you're adding your constitution to it as well.
Oh, Constitution as well. Okay, 23.
Yep, that's fine. Basically, you can police hits, but you're a bit singed, but you're all right. There's glass everywhere, however. So you manage to sort of crawl out the sort of back of the restaurant. You can see as you sort of head out, sort of looking out, the fighters are bearing down on most of this plaza and most of the surrounding buildings. The building that Quinn said that his offices were in is also hit, but you're not sure how badly.
Are the
Question,
fighters
sorry.
marked in any way?
Give me a notice roll. They're going at speed.
6. No, I'm too busy with the fact that I saved the grubs and I'm
Yeah.
eating them.
Conviction point for a reroll.
No, I want the grubs.
Okay.
No, my question was, did we know if the office was directly across the road, or was it sort of a bit further up or down?
Well,
Was
he
it
kind
in
of
this
pointed.
complex?
He pointed where the office was, and it was in the plaza.
Okay.
Is
it like on an upper floor from here?
Yeah,
or
he
is
said
it
it
on
was.
the same
He
level?
said it was on floor. He said it was on the 4th floor.
Okay, I thought I wasn't imagining. That.
Which doesn't actually make it any better for him, considering higher targets are probably going to be easier to hit than the lower ones.
That's a little bit too much of a coincidence to be unrelated.
To be
Were
fair,
they
the
police
entire
or were they pirates? I say out loud with a mouthful of grub.
one of them's looking.
What's your grubs?
One of them's looking. I'm just going to find because I want a definitive look at the Gimme. This is what happened. Da. One of them says, I recognize it. It looks like a kind of globe thing with a circle round it.
What does?
The marking on that fighter there.
You're going to make me look in the book, aren't you? That's what that's
No.
about. You know, make me look in the goddamn book.
Circle with a globe around it. It's like a faction section.
Is it a planet?
Give me intelligence rolls for anyone who wants it.
Oh yeah, go on. Why not?
Straight up
a natural
intelligence
20.
roll.
Same.
We turn to each other, and at the same moment, we both say,
That's the insignia of the Earth Defense Force.
Oh, hilarious. Okay.
We're invading.
What do you mean we're invading? You're invading.
well, I'm signing up. Bloody Russians.
You surface dwellers are fucking weird.
Not a surface dweller.
Underground is still surface. There's soil and stuff.
That's not what the word means.
It is to me.
You mean landlubber?
Is that what they call it here?
Wow, I mean, I don't know why they're attacking now.
Almost as quickly as the attack begins, it ends.
Yeah, we're already arguing over semantics.
You can see some of the Talonite ships are flying out, so drive them off. And yes, Darren, I do agree, but
Darren's got a big bag of popcorn.
Are we going to go and find Quinn's office and see if he's still alive, or?
I have this funny feeling that he isn't, frankly.
Funny feeling, but these artifacts are somewhere, and we haven't got them yet.
Start in his office, see if he's alive, and if he isn't, we'll ransack the place and find them.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, we want to hurry because the race will be crawling with police in a minute.
I've still got like 3 grubs left.
Oh, eat them as you go.
Well, that's so uncouth.
Can I have these to go?
Not eating as they walk. I'm all dressed up nice, covered in dust, admittedly now, but
Are they like this big or something?
There must be nice grubs if you like them like that.
Just eat them like those Earth crisp things.
no etiquette.
It's only 3 grubs.
So it's there's a lot of screaming. You can see that there are a few people gravely injured. Some are dead. A few of the ships have taken a bit of a battering as well. Luckily, not your own.
Are we armed?
Hopefully.
Are you armed?
I would at least have brought something with me, yes.
If we're allowed to. We're not be allowed to carry open carry perhaps.
But I'm not. I got my little black dress on and lipstick.
Oh,
I'm armed with good looks.
Yeah, you're armed with good looks and lipstick. And black fabric.
If we're allowed to carry weapons, then will we carry weapons?
sorry, but I don't go on a Talonite world often, so I didn't come armed looking to kill Talonites. I came looking to, well,
Mate?
no, but I mean, no, I mean, more just I want to look good and feel good about myself when I'm around people I might or might not fancy or not.
Which is understandable. Right. So the building that has Terra Nova Shipwrights offices is on fire.
Oh, the rocks!
It is a flame. It's not. I mean, it's not. You know, they're
Oh,
not doing. No one's doing the sequel to Backdraft in this building. But
can I hear anything on my mic?
yes, you can hear him. Sort of, what the hell happened?
He's still alive.
I have no idea what's going on.
Although,
It's too much. That's dirty. This is no way to do business.
if this was the Earth Defence Force, taking this back to where we're taking it back to could be extremely dodgy. Because we're going
Yes,
back
his
to Earth.
buyers betrayed him already.
They did our plan.
The buyer wants it for free. That was an attempt to kill him.
It felt very personal when shooting at us.
Shot at the restaurant, shot at his offices.
To be fair, they shot pretty much everything in the plaza.
But they
Okay,
shot
so
at the
no.
area he lived and worked.
Yeah, they're just trying to cover up who they were attacking then.
If it's in any way related to this job, then it was him they were after.
Yeah.
But then why would they do that when he hasn't yet shipped them? That doesn't make sense. Unless they're not here and they know where they are and we need to move quickly. Come on.
We'll stop munching grubs. And
I have. I'm moving.
Okay.
It's kind of difficult. I've got 6 limbs and I'm in heels.
There's an image I will not be able to get out of my head tonight. Talonite and heels.
Amazing.
Right. You get to the 4th floor. I mean, it's stairways are a little dodgy, but you know, they're reasonably sound. As you head into the offices, you can see that there are a couple of the other office workers. They have been hit and have died.
okay, I'll check them out as we go in.
Yeah, it's
Did we ever ascertain if weapons were allowed in this sector or not?
We didn't.
carry at your own risk.
I'm fairly pro blaster, so yes.
Yeah. I've got a blaster.
Miss Jenkins, bloody hell. Why aren't you answering your intercom?
Miss Jenkins.
I'd come outside to chastise you, but I am having difficulty moving.
An optimist well until the end.
I glance across the corpses, analyze if anyone can be saved.
No.
No, so dead, and I just move past them, like, because dead people don't faze me at all, even remotely. So I go straight to the mission guy.
Hello. I get up to shake your hands, but I'm a little pinned down.
It's
I
okay.
just sort of
We
move
came to
round.
check you were okay, and I moved the desk off him or whatever.
Yeah, you can see there's like a bit of concrete from the wall has actually fallen onto his leg. He's having difficult. You assume he's broken his leg underneath it, but he's
Bleeding?
a little bit.
Okay,
Little bit.
I'll deal with the bleeding. Where's your first aid kit?
My secretary will tell you where it is.
She's dead. Where is it?
Oh, in that case, it's in her desk, fourth drawer down, left hand side.
I snap my fingers at one of those two and sort of gesture to them to go get it whilst I start tending to his wound.
She
With a
changed.
broken leg.
Yeah, I'll
She
do
changed.
it.
She changed pretty quickly.
Forcefully pull the drawer out if it's locked.
Francoise is alive and she's a Talonite.
Yes, because she criticised the cuisine earlier, or she made a comment on the cuisine earlier. So yes, you're correct.
No, I didn't.
You did. You were like, "Oh, Talonite cuisine! Oh my god!"
Yeah, that's not critical though, is it? That's exciting.
No, but it's a thing that Francois
Anyway.
focused on. I noticed.
Okay. The
Yeah,
talent that Samara has clicked her.
Yeah, so I deal with his broken leg, stop the bleeding, and all that kind of stuff. Do a doctory thing.
Yes. Give me a medicine roll.
So I have medicine. I also have Xenomedic. I don't know what that does. Page 82 of Discordia rules. I rolled 27.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. What you do find is as you move the stone away, you realize that the stone was actually putting pressure on the wound and was actually stopping the bleeding until you actually moved it, and then it does start to actually bleed.
Yeah. But with those kind of rolls, I think I've...
Yeah, she managed. You patched them up well enough. A good field dressing, at least.
Yeah, if you run out of bandages, must be a stapler around somewhere.
There we go. All good. You'll live.
That's yes. That was a lot of blood, wasn't it? That was,
I do regrettably charge a lot of money for my medical services.
Oh, really? Oh, I suppose. How much?
What is your life worth? I just saved it. I'm sure you have insurance that'll cover it. I can produce an invoice for them.
You know, I'm a little lightheaded for such intense financial discussions.
I'll send the paperwork over later.
That will be fine. You
Now,
can see
in the
that he's
meantime-
very white-faced.
In the meantime, those people are coming for your rocks. We need to get them out of here now.
Oh, so you're going to do the job, are you?
Well,
Oh, that's lovely. Yes, over in my safe over there.
what's the code?
Oh no, you'll have to bring me over. It's a biometric lock.
Okay.
Took
Bring him
a
over.
bit of him over anyway.
He puts his thumb on the
Didn't have to bring you over for that. I could have just brought the thumb.
I'm glad you didn't get the chance. Would have made an interesting end to session 1. You can see a small. It's almost the size of a sort of regular briefcase. Yes, that's the thingy. That's the consignment.
Who's the buyer?
I do have his name. Gerald Karsmeyer.
We'll let you know when the goods have arrived.
Oh, thank you. When I'm feeling a little well, I'll pay half the money up front as a sign, as a goodwill gesture, and then the other half when you complete the delivery. Thank you very much. Hold on. Help me over to my desk, please.
Certainly.
Right. There you go. That. Give that to the hangar people. They'll be able to they'll be able to let you fly out. That it's just everything's done, and you have clearance from my company to fly off. The consignment's been delivered properly. So
Check his pulse to see if he's just fainted.
he's fainted. He's
All right, well, let's head out the room before we betray him.
Should we? Is the briefcase unlocked?
no.
Okay. I'm going to check what it was first.
We shall, yes. I think we should get back on the ship and take a cutting torch to it.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll get back on the ship before we do anything anyway. Or should we get in space first? Oh no, we want to still out here on my own planet.
So I want to open it up out here. If it's some kind of nasty that's going to attack us, we don't want to be up in space when it does.
In space, no one can hear you get paid.
Ka-ching!
So yeah, we get this briefcase open, possibly via cutting torch if necessary.
Okay. And I will go dun dun dun, and you'll discover what's in the briefcase next session.
Okay.
What's in the box?
It's like those TV shows where they're announcing the winner, and it's just like they wait so long now, don't they?
Yeah.
They do,
Make
yeah.
3 cups of coffee. He's waiting a whole week or 2, depending on when we next come back, possibly next week. It's like that is like that's beyond Strictly's ridiculous wait times. It's a new world record.
What can I say? Deal or no deal?
I can't answer that for another week. Thank you for watching, those of you that did.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope you all
Don't
enjoyed.
forget,
And
the system has a Kickstarter up on Kickstarter now. We're not being paid to say that.
A
right?
Kickstarter on Kickstarter? Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
And it's fine. I got the wording of that completely wrong because the ka-ching, I'm not. There was no. We're in a vacuum. No one can hear me getting paid.
Thank you very much, Darren. I take that as a huge compliment.
All right. Good luck on your Kickstarter, Darren.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good luck.
Very much.
And thanks for watching as well, Nathan.
Yes.
Assuming you're still here, maybe. Who knows? Might
Oh
schedule
yeah. There's 2 viewers, so presumably yeah.
We made it.
Woohoo!
Yep.
I'm still alive.
Thanks very much, everyone, for watching, and we'll be back soon.
Yeah. Good night.
Catch you all later.
With another video.
See, I was going to say that, and I thought, no, because that's my usual sign-off.
Okay, then bye.